Yeah, we both do. There you go. We coming on live, baby. Welcome to Rebuttal Entertainment's live intro to tripping. I don't know what's going on, but we good today, baby. We got my man up in here, Ramon. Lou gonna introduce him. Y'all come on in here, get them questions ready. You know, get the popcorn ready, because he said he ready to knock out everybody in his division. I mean, everybody can get it. We're gonna name him the second can man after Adrian Broner. Go ahead, Lou.
That's right. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, today, man, we have the ranked number 4 WBA bantamweight contender, the hard-hitting Texas own. I'm gonna get in your business. My style is like no other, Mr. Ramon Cardenas, man. We really appreciate you for dropping to the Rebuttal Entertainment, man. What's going on, young fella?
First of all, thank you guys for having me, man. And everything's good. Training, barely getting back into the groove of things. I hurt my hand 2 months ago, so finally that healed up. Actually, today I went to the doctors today, and I was good. So now it's just getting back into the motion of things.
Man, that's good. That's good, man. We got Irk coming up in the house already, man. So you can start hitting the speed bag and the punching bag and everything.
Yeah, the doctor kind of just told me today. He was like, look, when I got it injured, they told me 6 to 8 weeks, more or less, it was gonna heal up. And then so then they told me, today actually it's been the 8th week. So I went to go to the doctor, and they said, okay, it's fine, but slowly break it in. Don't try to go and hit the bag like you normally do. Slowly break it in another 6 to 8 weeks, so that way your hand can kind of get back into like the groove of things. And just that's basically it. I have like another 6 to 8 weeks, hopefully, and then I should be a fight date after that.
Man, that's got to be kind of hard, man, to have an injury like that, because just watching your style, man, you like to throw a lot of punches. Your hands are, really quick, and you just like to mix it up a lot. So I'd imagine that kind of compromise your style a little bit. But I would imagine that eventually, when you're able to get back in there, you'll get back up to speed, man. But let everybody out there know, man, how did Ramon get into boxing, man?
The main thing really was my father. He just randomly took my brother to the gym. I think my brother was misbehaving, and he kind of like didn't really know, like, as a father, when you spank your kids, you can only do it to a certain extent, because after a while, you just can't keep spanking your kids, just because there has to be another way of, like, in a sense, disciplining them. And so what happened was my brother ended up going to the gym, and at the time I was playing soccer. So I ended up just following, big brother, little brother. You follow the big brother to just see what he's doing. And I ended up going to the gym with him. But at first I didn't really like boxing because I was playing soccer, and then the coach had me doing when we start, it's just basics. You learn how to throw the punches correctly, you kind of do the stance, and I was doing that for 3 months, like just in the mirror, just looking at myself throwing punches. And I didn't really like the whole I didn't really like that. It was boring to me. And I was like, I had told the coach one day, I was like, hey, this is boring. Like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just throwing punches in the mirror. And I did it down. I got it down to the point where it was so good. Like, my technique was good. And the coach was like, okay, we'll throw a 1-2 for me. So I threw the punches, and he was like, oh man, like, how long you been here? And I was like, I've been doing this for 3 months. And I was like, bored of it. So the next day after that, you know, he kind of got me with the boxers, and I just started training with the boxers then. And you know, that's basically the story behind it. Was I didn't really like it at first, and then little by little, I just started winning fights, and that's how I ended up sticking to it.
That's enough to wake you up right there when you start winning. You like, you know
Yeah,
what? I like this.
and that part was when I started boxing. I won my first fight, then lost my second, my third, and my fourth. Then I won my fifth fight, and then I lost my sixth fight. So I was 2-4 or 3-4. No, 2-4.
Wow.
I had a terrible record. And then I never forget, I went to, so I had got, in 2009, I had got invited to play on the U.S. team for soccer, for like the under 14 team. You know, they have youth teams. Like So I had got invited to go there. And I was going to go to a ringside tournament at the time. And basically what happened was, I told my father, I was like, yo, I got invited here, and I was going to go to a national tournament. And he said, we kind of spoke about it. And I said, you know what? If I go and I win this tournament, I'll stick to boxing. And then I ended up going with a record of 2-6 or 2-5, like 2-4, terrible record. And I ended up winning. And after that, I was like, okay, that's it. Like and then I won like a lot of fights in a row after that. So, you know, that's
got that thing together.
Yeah. Exactly. Hey, Eric, want to know what's your amateur background?
So when I retired, well, not retired, but when I turned professional, my record was 86-20. I was on.
Oh, okay.
I was
Damn.
I was ranked in the top 3 for like 3 years in a row. I was on Team USA on the World Series of Boxing team. You know, I won like some silver. I won 2 silver medals at the National POW. I won 2 bronze medals at the U.S. Championships. You know, I won like regional tournaments here in Texas. I won state tournaments in Texas, and that's basically it.
You've been putting in that
got
work,
you, man.
Yeah,
exactly. Hey, I want to know, man, why you think the little guys, man, like you, why you think the little guys don't get their props when it comes to boxing?
I think what happened ultimately was the Mike Tyson era, the heavyweight era, man. You know, those guys came in knocking everybody out, and people got spoiled. You know, they got spoiled with the knockouts and the Mike Tyson knockouts. And so what happened was, you know, little guys, a lot of little guys don't really necessarily hit hard, where you could say, oh, there's a knockout. Now, you know, now things are changing. You know, now there's a lot of smaller guys coming up that do hit hard and that can punch. And so it's different. But I think that's, you know, what happened ultimately, where, you know, you had Oscar De La Hoya's in 140 pounds. You had Julio Cesar Chavez in 35, 40, 47. But you never had that person, you know, that person and the smaller weight classes. And you had them, they weren't necessarily talked about. You know, you had like Johnny Tapia, Mike Carvajal, you had those guys, but they weren't necessarily, you know, big people that you talked about. So I think that's ultimately what happened, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you, young fella. That heavyweight division, man, it just takes over. But it's a lot of young guys, a lot of smaller guys that's coming out now, man. They got that punching power, like guy Shushu Currington, who we, you know, had on the show a couple of times. And not only that, Ramon. Hey, I was watching one of your fights, and I watched the interview you said, and it made sense.
That pop, Lou. He got that pop.
Right. You said you got the pop. But you said you're 20-1 with 10 knockouts. You said don't let it smooth, don't let it fool you. You said you learned how to put punches together, and that's very important. But I want to talk about your style, man. Your style is so suffocating, man. You stay busy. You don't let your man set up. You just like, look, I'm bringing it. Here go your lunch pail. You better come to work. And you just and then I just feel like your style is one of the reasons why you win, because you never let your opponent set his feet up. You always got him on his heels, so they're not able to execute their game plan. That left hook you landed on Salimo, dude, that joint was perfect. And I'm like, I follow boxing. I seen you set them up from the beginning, and you finally executed. When you hit him, I was like, damn, he hit him like a heavyweight. Do you remember that fight? Can you walk us through that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy because I knew, like, going into the fight was, you know, I'm coming down in weight. That's the challenging part was, you know, my whole career I kind of like bounced around weight classes because I didn't necessarily was disciplined enough to kind of get on a diet, like a strict diet, and I didn't really know how to diet. That was the crazy part. Like when I went to DC, Lamont was the one who kind of told me more or less how to diet. Other than that, I didn't know how to. I remember, I'll never forget, right? I went over there and he asked me, what do you have in your fridge? I had whole wheat bread with cheese and pickles. You know, like
you was living like you was on the run or something.
Yeah, like, I thought that was good. And he was like, oh man, that's terrible. I'm like, so, you know, so I was basically bouncing around weight classes. And when I got to 118, I knew, like, yo, you know, if I can catch this guy, you know, solid with one punch, I know I'm gonna knock him out, right? So what happened was, you know, the coaches that I was working with were like, look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly just push the pace. We got a 10-round fight. Don't go too crazy. The first 2 rounds, just slowly break them down, and that's what we did. And I didn't throw no hooks. So at first, I didn't throw no hooks because I didn't want him to expect it, you know, because when you start getting hit on a certain side, or if somebody starts hitting you like in the arm, little by little, you're gonna start bracing your arm, and it's not gonna hurt, you know. So I didn't throw no left hooks or nothing that was gonna hurt him because I didn't want for him to like learn my power to brace it. So what happened was I was just throwing jabs, and I noticed that he started just like bouncing back, and he started doing this, or he would like do this. So what I did was I faked to like go down, and I came up and I caught him right like here, like by the nose area. I broke his nose actually. I caught him right there, and that's when I saw him. After that, I was like, okay, I got him. That's basically it.
You see how he's talking? He's talking like a professional there. I like that, young fella.
Yeah.
Hey, look, basically, I got him. Yeah. Tony say, Ramon, who was your most challenging opponent?
My most challenging opponent, I would say, there was a guy that it was a funny situation, right? So I had an opponent that we were gonna fight at 126, and my opponent backed out literally 2 days before. So we're looking for opponents, man, and we're like, damn, like we're looking for opponents everywhere. We could not find one. And then all of a sudden we get a phone call from a guy from Laredo, Texas. And he was like, yo, I have a guy here that he's willing to fight. The guy had just came off beating a guy who was 10-0 and 9 KOs.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, well, you know what? Weight? He said the guy can make 134. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. Like, I'm like, let's do it. So it was funny because I went into the weigh-ins eating a Subway sandwich, right? And you don't see it, but I went in to kind of like try to get up higher in weight. So mentally, he doesn't think like, oh yeah, he's small. You know, like I weighed in still at 131.5, and he weighed in at 134.5. And so you know, that's what it was. You know, it was like I think him was the most challenging simply because of the weight. It was a weight class that I'd never fought in the amateurs or in the professional ranks. And I think that was right there was one of the biggest challenges simply because of the weight, man. I mean, there's weight classes for a reason. At that time, I was more like, I'm down to fight whoever. I don't care.
Yeah, because when you do all that training, man, and you don't get to hit nobody, man, that shit is frustrating, I would imagine.
I didn't want to train, and I had just came off a win literally like 2.5 weeks before that. So I was like, man, I'm ready. Like, I'm not trying to waste a training camp or you know, not fight just because, you know, they don't have an opponent. I was like, get whoever. And when that guy came at 134, and I was like, man, like, I was like, F it, let's do it. So yeah, I think it was him.
Yeah, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I hear you.
It was funny
Right.
because I
Hey,
dropped
that's
him.
how it's supposed to be, man.
I dropped him in the second round, and I hurt him with the body shot in the last round. And that was cool because I could have stopped him. And man, it was crazy. It was crazy.
That was the next question. Was Eric want to know? Sound like he's a body puncher. You like body punching? You a body snatcher?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like a lot of my fights, man. A lot of my fights are like stoppages with body shots. A lot of my knockouts, actually. I have some on Instagram.
Oh yes, he does. I watched a lot of your knockouts, man. Hey Lewis, I was just impressed, man. I was very impressed with the knockouts and the way he styled, man. But I'm gonna ask you about how gratifying was it to fight for the ABF? I think it was the ABF belt you won by unanimous decision.
My first one.
Yes, yeah. How gratifying was that?
Honestly, I mean, it was that belt right there was like my most and I tell people, you know, it's my smallest title because it is a small minor title, but it was the most, like you said, gratifying. Like that one meant the most because I had my late coach with me, and it was the first time that literally either one of us kind of fought for a professional title together, and it was good, man, because it was one of those things where I trained super hard for, and you know, winning that belt with him was like the best thing, really, because I also had my brother with me in the corner. I had him in the corner, and I had like my family. It was that right there was the best one, and it was a guy too that I was in DC at the time training, and the guys over here in San Antonio, you doing the press conferences, and he's talking smack, like, yo, you know, yeah, I've already took my losses, and now it's Ramon's like his, and I was like, man, you don't even know, like, I'm about to beat him up.
About to get in that ass. I love that, man.
Tap that ass.
That's right.
Oh man, that's a good one there. Oh man, Monica want to know who is your fantasy fight with in a championship match for the belts?
I think me. For me, the top. If I had to choose, it would have to be with Donaire, Nonito Donaire.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
He's the WBC champion right now. I'm actually ranked in the WBC also, number 29. I'm kind of high up there, but I'm there. You know what I mean? I would say it would have to be him. He's a legend. He's a legend in the sport. I mean, he's gonna be remembered for the little guys. He's a big little guy. Let's put it that way. You know, he's gonna be remembered for years to come. Yeah. And I think, you know, if I were to fight him and beat him, it would be one of those things where that right there would people will remember me simply because, yo, you know, that guy beat Donaire for all the belts.
Beat Donaire, exactly.
You know, so I think with Donaire would be my championship fight. I mean, my dream fight, you could say.
Okay, I like that.
Well, you know they just announced Donaire and Wichita about the rematch, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting. That's what I'm waiting for, because I was supposed to fight the world title eliminator my next fight, for the WBA, which in a way has.
Okay.
My biggest thing is, like, I want to wait, right, to see like what's gonna happen, simply because so that way I don't have to fight all these people in order to try to be undisputed. I have to fight just one person, and eventually I'm gonna get my chance. You know, I'm gonna be hopefully mandatory for WBA, so I'll get my chance.
I like that. The opportunity is knocking.
Exactly.
Look, Lou, he got all average cup, WBA, everything. You conduct, but I'm coming.
That's right.
He like, you conduct, but I'm coming, baby. Hey, look, Joseph say, salute, fellas. Who is Ramon's top fighter now? Who you like? Top 5.
Top 5 right now? I would have to go, obviously, Canelo number 1. Canelo number 1. How would I say? Who else? Gallo Estrada. You know who Gallo Estrada is?
I heard that name before. He's
I heard
middleweight,
of him.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that name
Number
before.
2. And then I would have to go with Regis Prograis. Regis Prograis. Number
Okay.
3. I like him.
Oh, you put Wiggins? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Regis Prograis right now. He's really good. I mean, I really like him. After that, I would have to go with number 4. And this is hard.
We make
I
you
would
think
have
on the rebuttal, champ.
yeah.
Hey, you ain't gotta go 5. If you don't have 5, you can do 4, man.
I would have to go with David Benavides.
Okay.
And then after that, I would have to go Errol Spence, number 5 right there.
I like that.
Those are my top.
I could roll with that, champ. I
Yeah.
could roll with that. So, man, let me ask you, man, the experience at the Headbangers camp, man. You left home from Texas to go up here. I don't know how long you was up here. But you was up here for a while, man, and you was banging, man. I'm just gonna give you a couple of names, man. My nephew, Patrick, Scooter, Peanut, Nasheed, and that's just to name a few. Every day, Isaac, you guys was getting it in, man. Walk us through that experience, man, and what did you learn from coming up to the Headbangers camp?
It was cool, man. It was a great experience simply because I always tell people in order to kind of be successful in anything you do, not just necessarily boxing, you have to get out your comfort zone. And for me, you know, my comfort zone is home, San Antonio, and I was like, you know what, I have to go to somewhere. I honestly didn't know where I was gonna go. I just one day told my father that, yo, I need to go out of town. And he said, okay, we'll figure something out. And I had messaged Pat because I knew him in the amateurs, and I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? Like, let's I had messaged him on Twitter. I was like, yo, bro, like, I think I want to go over there. He's like, yeah, man, come by. So I ended up going, and it was a wonderful experience, man, because it showed me, and I met a lot of cool people, and it showed me like yo, you know, there's different people in boxing and there's different characters, and you know, you kind of meet different people, and you kind of are able to get certain knowledge from like certain people, and ultimately it just kind of taught me that boxing is bigger than just your hometown and just your home state, because I had gone out of town to train and stuff, and I had been to California to train, but it was nothing like when I went to DC for the first time. It was completely different. So when I went to DC, it kind of opened up my horizons to say, you know what, like, there's more out there for me, and that's really what it was.
I love it, man.
Exactly. I tell people every time, you know, you go different places, you learn different things, man. You know, broaden your horizon, like you just said.
That's right.
You open up
so
your world.
Monica in the building, Exactly. Monica in the building, Ramon, you got to put them knuckles up to the camera. She say, show them knuckles, champ. You got to put them up to the camera. She want to see them. She want to see the knuckles, man. There you go. You see it, Monica?
There you go, Monica. There you go. I love it. Hey, Lewis, I remember we was talking one time, and you were saying these fighters gotta not get homesick. They gotta go out and experience other atmosphere, other fighters, the best fighters in other cities. And I like to think that Ramon did that. He benefited from that, man. So that just jogged my memory back, one of the conversations we had backstage, man. And that's real.
Yeah, that honestly right there, what you guys said, like, that's 100%. Like, I've had friends, talented friends, like even me, like, even the most, like, in my opinion, some of the most talented fighters that I've really got to see, they never did that. You know, they never got out of our hometown. They always just stayed home, and it hurts because it's like, yo, you have so much talent, and you stay in your safe space, and you're never able to actually reach your full potential. And you know, it sucks. You know, some of them stop boxing, some of them have jobs now, have kids and stuff like that, and you know, teach their own. But I wish a lot of people need to understand, or I wish a lot of people would get it, like, through their mind that, yo, like, there's more than just San Antonio. There's more than just Texas. There's more than just you know, being at home. There's a lot more. I was like, and you guys are 100% correct, man. That some people need to learn that there's more than just San Antonio boxing or just Texas boxing in general. And that's what I learned.
Exactly. Tony want to know. Exactly, man. Tony want to know, what knowledge were you given going into a boxing fight or boxing career, or preparing you for a fight that proved to be most valuable?
Yeah, that's a good question. The most, I think it had to be when I don't know. That's actually a really good one, because you know, you don't. Yeah, I think for me the most knowledgeable thing that I was told, and I forgot who told me, I know it was in DC, was to always follow the game plan. Like, no matter what, you know, what things may be going wrong, you kind of follow it. And that's literally what happened when I fought for that first ABF belt in DC. When I was training there, my game plan was to box, because the guy, you know, he was just gonna come forward and make the fight ugly. And so that's what I did. And I had like 3 sparring partners that I was working with on the daily. I mean, not on the daily, but, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I followed the game plan. And that game plan, I went to the ring and I followed it 100%. And then we ended up winning the fight, you know, fairly. It was a tough fight, but we won it. I think we won it very convincingly. So, yeah, I mean, I forgot who told me, man, but I know it was in DC. When somebody told me, just follow the game plan, bro. Like, no matter what might be going wrong, keep following the game plan and trust that we know what we're doing.
That was great advice.
Yeah.
Great advice.
Yeah, exactly. That was real good advice, man. So if you can have any fight back, champ, any fight back, man, what fight would it be? I know. I think I know what you're going to say, but I'm gonna listen. Yeah, any fight back that you did, what fight would you want back?
Oh, the one I lost, of course. Yeah, I mean the one
Danny Flores, right?
Yeah, the one that I lost. That I would 100% go back. And it's crazy because I actually asked for the rematch, and he didn't give it to me.
Oh, wow. Man, okay.
Well, man, I'm gonna tell you, man.
What would you change in that fight, though, Lou? What do you think here? Yeah, what would you change in that fight?
Yeah, honestly, I was just gonna ask that.
What I would do is, it was again, and it all, and you know, I don't like making excuses. You know, he won, cool, whatever. But a lot of things went wrong simply because I dieted horribly. Again, the immaturity of a fighter. You know, immaturity of a kid. I was 22, 20. I was young. I was 20 years. I was young. 22. Gonna turn 22. I was 21. And the immaturity of a fighter, not knowing how to diet. So I hadn't ate for 3 days. I weighed in, and after weigh-ins, I go in and eat a burger.
Wow.
All that. And again, this is a maturity of a 21-year-old fighter. And I had done that prior before, but it never caught up to me. You know, they tell you, like, you got to get, so it's like a robber, right? A robber has to get lucky every single time, and a cop just has to get lucky one time.
One time.
Right? So for me, it was the same. Exactly. I had to get lucky so many times eating the burger, and then the time I get so, you know, so I had done it prior a few times, and that's basically what happened. So what happened the next day, I woke up and my stomach was hurting, and I was like, man, and I felt super weak, and I was like, man, what's going on?
And that was your stomach telling you it was a no-no. That was your stomach telling you don't do that no more.
I had got I think I had got like a stomach virus. So
wow.
I weighed in at 123, and the next day I was at 125 after eating. And I was trying to drink water. I was trying to feel good, and nothing helped. So going into the first round, I felt good. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take care of this dude. The second round, I get up from going into the second round, I get up from my stool, and I just felt like a wind like come out of my body.
Wow.
Like, damn it. Like, so I'm going second round, I'm going, all of a sudden, like I just felt super weak, like super tired. And I still did the 10 rounds. I lost the majority decision, but it was one of those things where I didn't fight like my best simply because of the stuff that I did outside the ring, of eating a burger, not dieting properly, having not eating for 3 days in a row. Then I traveled a lot. Like I traveled from DC to San Antonio, and then the next morning I was back in a plane to go to Mexico, and it was a lot of stuff, and ultimately that's literally what cost me, and that's literally right there. So that's a fight I would have to run it back, you
Yeah,
know.
I liked it. I like the honesty, man. You seem like
Gotcha.
you pretty much walked
Yeah.
down what your mistake was, man. So I would say this. You just don't get back and be ranked number 4 in the WBA by not learning from your mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you just take that to the bank, man. So my next question to you, you 20-1, 10 KOs. How would you assess your career thus far?
I would have to kind of go for it as like it's been. I've done things the hard way. In a sense, I've had colleagues of mine debut with Golden Boy, debut with Top Rank, and have Al Heyman behind them and stuff like that. I never had that. I personally never had that. I always kind of just did my own thing, found my own way, and a lot of people can't say the same. A lot of people can't say the same about themselves. A lot of they've been not, I wouldn't say babied, but they've been carried with their promoters, and the promoters help them out, and they pay them good, and they make sure that
Yep.
they're okay. Me, I never had that. Half of my fights in Mexico, my dad was my manager, and my dad was the one who had to pay me. And it's not like my dad's already paying all the money for the fights. He's already paying for my travel. He's paying for my stay in DC. He's paying for my food. He's paying for everything, the opponent in Mexico and all that stuff. So it's not like I'm gonna tell him, yo, you gotta pay me an extra couple thousand. So a lot of the fights were for free, and so I think that also
Mm.
shows like to work hard, and to kind of like keep going, because what I am doing, or what I've been doing so far, is been right. So I think it just ultimately, like, it's been difficult, but it's like one of those things where at the end of the day, like, I would say, at the end of the day, it's gonna be all worth it. When I win the
That's
world
right.
title, worth it.
Yeah. Exactly. Vinzo won no champ. Who are some of the best boxers that you sparred?
Mm. I mean, so I would have to say, I mean, I've sparred Lamont. He wasn't going all that crazy, but I've sparred with him. I've sparred with Anthony also. I've sparred with Rashid
Mm-hmm.
Warren, Isaac Dogbe, Julio Ceja, ex-world champion. I've sparred with Mario Barrios, the
Okay.
that
Mm-hmm.
that did fought Tank not too long ago. He fought Thurman also. I've sparred and I've sparred who else?
Those some big names.
That's all I can think of as of right now.
A
That's
lot of
enough
them.
right there. Shit,
Exactly.
that's enough
It
right
sure
there.
is. It
That's a lot.
sure is. Hey, that's a lot, man.
Yeah, I've been, man,
Yeah,
working hard.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Hmm. Monica say, who hit you the hardest in boxing?
Um, who hit me the hardest? Honestly, if I'm being completely 100% like candid, I've never felt anybody's like power to the point where like I'm like, oh man, like it's scary. I've never felt like where I had to kind of take care of myself when it comes to like somebody sparring. Um, I'm sure some people hit hard, like I said, like I've just never felt it to the point where like it actually hurts. So I really couldn't tell you. Uh, you know what I mean? I really couldn't give you like a definite answer of who hit me the hardest. All I could say is like I never really felt like the power like that. if I
Lou, he
had this,
been fighting powder puffs, Lou. He been fighting
Nah,
powder
I
puffs,
think
man. They ain't got no power,
no.
man. I'm
I
messing
think
with you.
I'm reading Ramon's mind. He's saying no, who I hit the hardest. I don't get hit hard. I hit the hardest. I just read his mind. That's what he
man,
said.
it's because the thing about
That what he
it's like I
did?
always
Okay. I
like I always
hate.
tell people. For me, like since physically, naturally, I'm strong. So like a lot of the times when I spar people, like I tend to be stronger than them. So somebody who's not as strong as you is not gonna you're not gonna feel their power. They're gonna hit you. They might hit hard to somebody else, but when they hit you, you're like, what the fuck? Like
Mhm.
I've sparred some guys before where they're like, yo, be careful with this guy. He is hard. And then I feel the power and I'm like, yo, like y'all think he is hard? Like what the
I
you know
don't feel it.
exactly because I might be just
Exactly.
naturally like as a small guy strong. Like I might be just physically, naturally strong, but yeah, I mean, a lot of times I don't feel the power like where people can say like, damn, he can punch, but
That's right. But my next question, man, it's not anything about
Got you. I
boxing.
feel you,
And
man.
and I and I was
Lou, your brother in the house. Lou, your brother in the house.
my
Your
boy,
oh,
brother in the
what's up,
house,
yeah,
Lou.
Jerry?
my boy
Come on.
Jerry.
Jerry Peterson. He say, son, Lou. He say, slow your down. Let me read his question. He say, just leaving my class. He say, what up, Ramon?
That's my boy Jerry, bro.
Yeah, that's little bro, man. When
Yeah.
I told him he was on the show, he was
Yeah.
like, for real?
Yeah, that's my boy Jerry, bro. He would go in, work out for like 15, 20 minutes, and he'd leave the gym all cool. He leave with his pump and he'd be out.
That's right. He get his little pump just enough to
Yeah.
post and he gone.
Oh, Jerry, where you going? He's like, I'm going to work. I can't really swear right now. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, that was funny. That's just like Jerry, man. I'm sorry
Oh,
we put you on
okay.
the spot, little bro. But man, my next question to Ramon, man, ain't got nothing to do with boxing, man. I was impressed with this. Giving back to the community of San Antonio, man. Just giving back to the community in multiple ways from what I've read. Walk us through that, man, because a lot of people are not doing that, Ramon. That's really big.
That's one thing that I really wanted to continue doing. Simply because I mean, in San Antonio where I live, it's in the south. It's in the south side. It's not like 100% like like hood or ghetto, you could say, right? It's not that bad because I live here. But there is some parts where, some kids don't have enough. Their parents literally just work in order to just kind of pay bills. And one year I just kind of decided, I was like, you know what? I want to make a toy drive. And I was like, I want to give away toys to kids because a lot of the times, they don't have, a lot of kids don't have Christmases. A lot of kids don't have that spirit or that, the parents, not that they don't want to, but they just don't have the money to do so. And so I ended up just doing it one year in 2018. And I didn't do it in 2019 because I was getting ready for a fight. And then 2020 pandemic hit, and 2021 the pandemic was still around. I'm hoping this year to start back at it again. But ultimately I think giving back, like Muhammad, or I think it was Muhammad Ali, he said, what you do on earth is paying your stay here, basically. uh I don't think life is take you should take it for granted because it goes too fast. And people always say, oh, I want to be remembered in boxing, or I want to be remembered because of this. And it's like, yo, be remembered for giving back, or be remembered for like, yo, that guy, yeah, he gave me, he gave back one time. And it was crazy. And it's a good feeling because even now people ask me all the time when they see me around the neighborhood, they'll be like, yo, when you gonna do the toy drive? Or I remember when you gave my kids toys. And again, they weren't, like, I tell people, like, a lot of the toys came from me and my family. If I made money here or there, I would go get some toys. I would go buy toys, and my family would pitch in too. And I had people donate money too, and a lot of the toys that we got weren't the best toys. They weren't 20, 30, $40 toys. They were $5, $5, $5, but we ended up giving out, like, I believe, like 200, 250. And it was a good feeling because, a lot of kids were like all happy, and it was good, man. Eventually I want to do more. I want to be able to, like, give away, because what I want to do is give a scholarship, and I don't want to give a
Oh, that's
scholarship to,
good.
yeah, like I don't, and like I tell people, or if I don't give a scholarship, at least give enough for a laptop or enough for books or whatever, right? But like I tell people, I don't want to give it to the most, like the student who's number 1, number 2, or number 3. Those guys are gonna get taken care of. They'll go and they'll apply for any scholarship and they're gonna get it. They'll go and they'll apply for whatever situation, grants or loans, and they're gonna get it. But I want to be able to give it to the most improved kid, the kid that didn't have the same or doesn't have the same opportunity as the other ones. You know what I mean? I want to be able to give it to like the most improved students. So that's one thing that I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to end up doing. Hopefully this year, if I could do it this year, I'll do it this year.
Yeah, I like that, man. You know what I mean? Hey, how did COVID affect you any kind of way? Your training, your sparring, your fights, or anything?
Actually, I was supposed to fight in September of 2020, and I had got COVID. So I mean, in a sense, it did. And in a sense, it did. It did affect me, but I fought. It was crazy because I had got COVID in September, and then I fought in February in 2021. And like I tell people, like it's a weird feeling, but like when I was fighting, my chest felt tight, and like no matter how much I wanted to kind of like open it to like be able to like push a little bit more, it wouldn't let me. And so I kind of just was like, okay, I won the fight. And so I think it's crazy, but COVID kind of like it does linger. That's the crazy part, but it does linger on. Like it's not so much just like, okay, you don't have COVID no more, you're good. Nah, it's gonna linger.
Yeah, it stays with you for a minute.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah, it
Yeah,
really does.
man. So come on, everybody in here, put your questions up in here, man. We got a lot of people in here. You know, Ramon ready to answer your question from
Yeah.
DC to Texas, baby. He just coming back and forth, man. And Ramon, I think you already answered this question. Lorenzo want to know who was your top opponent that you would like to fight. You said there, right?
Yeah, Donaire.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a good answer too.
Yeah, so
Donaire would be a good one.
yeah, he want that rack, man. He ain't ducking no rack.
He ain't ducking no wreck. I
Monica
like
say,
that.
what legendary fighter or mentor that gave you none? That give you good advice and you stuck with you until this day. Any legendary fighter gave you good advice and it stuck to you this day?
I haven't answered that one. I would say that's a good one. I mean, I know I speak to Lamar a lot. I speak to him actually very very much, and I think him right there that's a good, for me, that's a good example, because it's not so much like boxing. Like I always tell people, like boxing is one thing. You can't look up to somebody just for boxing, right? You gotta be able to look up to them in a personal, and I look up to Lamar in a personal way, simply because of the person he is, and like I always tell people, those people that always say, oh, he's the type of guy who will take his shirt off his back and give it to you, right? There's always that, people do that, right, who will say that about somebody else. But like I saw that with my eyes, with him, that he took his shoes off. A little kid was like, oh, I like those shoes. He took his shoes off and gave it to him.
Wow.
And that stuck with me, was like, so when Lamont, when I speak to him, it's one of those things where I kind of try to suck in everything he tells me and take it and kind of like keep it in the back of my head at all times, and kind of say, okay, you know what, like I'm gonna keep that in mind. And every time I kind of have something I want to talk about, or something on my mind, I'll just call him, and we talk about it, and he always ends up telling me the things things that I was thinking. He kind of like repeats it, and I'm like, okay, so what I was thinking was correct, or okay, or even sometimes there's some things that I'm thinking he says the complete opposite, and then you start putting the pieces together, and I was like, okay, well, maybe what I'm is not so good, and maybe what he's thinking is good. So you know what, let me go that route, or certain things. But I think him right there, I think right? Him as a person is a good person, and he, as a person that I look up to. And like I
That's a
said,
good.
not so
You got,
much
Hey, you got the
boxing.
right guy, man.
you got the
Yeah,
right
You
guy. He
got the
done been on the
right
show
guy.
like 3 or
You
4
can look up
times,
to. That's
man.
for
yeah.
damn sure.
You ain't never lied, Lewis. I
Exactly.
think Lorenzo Carpenter, I think I must have missed him. What was it like training in DC?
It was good. Um, uh, it was good. You know, I think all good things sometimes come to an end. I felt like my time there had came to an end, and so that's literally why I kind of just decided to not go back. But I think me being there was good because I met, like I said, like I met good people. I met really good people. I met nice people, and it opened up, it opened up opportunities for me as well. It's not so much okay, just leave. No, it opened up a lot of opportunities for me. And if it wasn't for, for Barry and hooking me up with certain people, I probably wouldn't have the same people. So again, it opened up a lot of opportunities.
On the voicemail, press 2.
But that was the crazy part. Like I also met like Sean Porter and Kenny Porter and them. I met Sam Watson. It was crazy, the Sam
Wait a
Watson.
minute.
Okay.
I met him. It was crazy because after my fight, when I fought in TV, when I fought him, after my fight, he came up to me. He's like, "Yo, man," he's like, "Keep training, bro. You're gonna be really good." And like I said, it was nice. It was nice when I was there, and yeah, that's it.
That's a beautiful thing, man. That's what I love about you, man. It's just
Yep.
straightforward, man.
It sure is. Exactly. Yeah, we got to call in, man. We got people who can call in that subscribe to members only, man. Tony want to ask you a question. Go ahead, Tony.
Hi, Ramon. What weight class do you fight in, and do you plan on moving up?
I fight in 118, and yeah, I do plan on moving up. I want to first win a title at 118, and then move up to 22, 26, and 30. If I can move up to 35, then I would. When I get there, I'll see. But yeah, eventually, yeah, of course, I plan on moving up. I don't plan on being in 118 forever.
That's a great question, Tony. I like that, Tony. Tony, hey, y'all, I love
Yeah,
that
it is.
question, Tony. These women, man, they love this boxing, Ramon. I'm gonna
Exactly.
tell you, man, they keep us on our toes. They know everything about boxing, man. They know it.
I'll tell you. Look, speaking of women, here one right here. Would you
That's
fight?
right.
That's who we trying to fight.
Mhm.
Anu or Gary? Gary Antoine Russell too big, so maybe Gary Russell, Mr. Gary Russell. Anu
No,
or
Yeah.
Mr. Gary Russell.
I mean, I would fight either one. I think for me, I'm trying to go for the belts. Ultimately, I'm trying to go for the belts. If in a way or if they move up, then yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. You kind of have to go straight to the point. I don't like the whole. A lot of fighters do that, and I'm not gonna name no names, man. But a lot of fighters are waiting for Inoue to move up. They're waiting for him to leave because they don't want to fight him. Like I'm fighting. I was supposed to fight the world title eliminator with the number 3 guy. So it's just one of those things where number 1 and number 2 guys are there, but they don't want to fight.
They don't want to fight. And I like that. That's why I like you, young fella, because it seems to me that you want to fight the best fights. And that's something that we preach on the Rebuttal Entertainment. Fight the best, fighting the best. Before you came on the show, I was able to reach out to my younger brother, Anthony Peterson, just to get a little background on you. And one of the first things he said, man, that dude is a jokester. He said, man, he always covered the jail with the jokes. He said, but don't slip. He said, that nigga will hit you with some shit and make you feel like, look, playtime is over, man. And then I reached out to couple other people, and nothing but great praise for you, man. So when you hear stuff like that, how does that make you feel being, talked about amongst your peers?
I mean, it's good. I think it always makes you feel good. It makes you feel, if anybody talk good about you, it would make you feel good. Personally, me, try to always go around, and kind of like joke around, and because yo, you don't gotta always be serious. You know what I mean? Life is too short to be serious. Ultimately, like, you know, like
Exactly.
life is too serious all the time. Yeah, there's times where you need to be serious, but there's times where, yo, you know what? Let's crack a joke or two. You know, like let's not be so caught up in life, and have fun, man. Have fun with it, because ultimately that's what it is, man. Like eventually we won't be here no more.
Exactly.
So yeah, I mean, it feels good.
Exactly. Exactly, man. Hey, since you want the fight, I want to ask you: did you watch Majorsa fight for the championship? What you
Maxayo
think about it?
versus Gary Russell, correct?
Yeah, Masayo and Gary Russell
I thought it was.
with the one arm. Yeah.
I watched some of it. To be completely honest, I watched the first 2-3 rounds, and I didn't necessarily. I'm not gonna say it was boring, because boxing is not boring.
Mm-hmm.
When I just didn't call my attention at the time, honestly, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go do something else. So I really can't comment. I saw the highlights, and this is my personal opinion. If Gary Russell would have had both of his hands, he would have won easy. He would have won easy. It would have been like another fight for Gary Russell. I think what really ultimately messed up Gary Russell was the fact that he don't fight that much. And like you could say, oh well, he didn't have ring rust. Correct, you don't have ring rust, right? But your hands eventually, when you don't use them, eventually they're gonna get tender. When you're fighting, when you're constantly punching, you have catalyst on your hands. When you don't use them, they're gonna get tender. And I think that's ultimately what happened, was that is the fact that his hands kind of like got soft. But again, I think back to where I was going is, if Gary Russell would have had both of his arms, he would have won easy.
I agree. I totally agree.
I totally 1000% agree. Exactly,
Plus, he
man.
also
Yeah, man. So
what
y'all,
was
man,
it, right? Majority or
Yeah.
split?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree.
he would have won.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. He sure would have won that fight, man. So y'all may get these questions in, champ. He got things to do. He ain't got time sitting here and wait on y'all. So come on, put these questions in, man. Here in Texas, they lock and loaded up there. Everybody in there got guns, so he can walk out and get burned everything without being
All
right.
But
That's
yeah,
right.
so
And if y'all,
send the questions in, man.
that's
Exactly.
right.
So
Get it in here, man. Get the
let me ask
questions in
you,
here.
do you prepare any different between a regular fight or fight?
Can you repeat that? It kind of messed up.
When you're going into a regular fight, how do you train, or do you train differently when you're going into a championship fight?
No, you gotta train the same. Simply because that regular fight will lead you to that championship fight, or let's say you lose that regular fight. It's taking you back steps. Like you're going back 3-4 steps in order, like, you know what I mean. Like, so every fight is like a must win. There's no like, let's lose this fight, you'll be okay. Nah, you lose that fight, what happens? You either become a guy that they just use to kind of like build up another guy,
You be a
or
gatekeeper.
and that's one thing that I don't necessarily I don't want to take that route in my career. So I train hard every single fight, man.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. You feel you overlooked?
To a certain extent, I will be honest, to a certain extent, simply because I don't have the same. Because nowadays it's crazy, right? But social media is so strong. Social media is so strong, man, and you can have 100,000 followers, correct? And people think like, yo, that dude is good. Well, why is he good? Oh, beautiful. He has like 100,000 followers, bro. Like, and it's like, it's not necessarily good, but social media makes him bigger than what he is. You know what I mean. You get where I'm going. So
Yes.
social media has like a big has like a big. It's super strong. Since I don't have the same social media backing or following, it makes fighters like who actually can fight. Oh, you know what? He's not. You know, like, oh, who is that guy? Like, he only has 1,800 followers. Like, who cares about that guy? Little do they know, yo, bro.
Exactly.
Right. Social media don't fight in the ring, man. All it
Exactly.
does is build you up, man. That's it. And that's why I'm glad that you telling us about this, because it gives us an idea. We already know, but it confirms what's going on out there. That social media build up. So I'm gonna ask you, man, what keeps you humble? Because you have a lot of reasons to be cocky. I look at your experiences at the Headbangers Gym, how many people you inspired. You ranked number 4, bantamweight division. You have a right to be cocky. But what keeps Ramon humble?
Uh, I just think that's just my character, man. Ultimately, everyone has their own character. I think that for me, money's never been a big. Money is a necessity, correct? Yeah, money is a necessity, but for me, money has never been like, yo, I'm gonna make money my whole life, my whole reason of existence. I think for me, it's been more like enjoy what I'm doing while I'm here. Because again, I like to preach a lot of, one day you hear, the next day you may not. So I like to kind of go
Yep.
with enjoy what you have now, and do what you love to do while you're here. I think that's mainly just like I said, like my character, and knowing that ultimately, this boxing will end. For me, boxing will end. I'll be 35, 34, and it will be done. I don't have boxing no more, right? But what you do and how you portray yourself within that time, people will never forget. You know what I mean? People don't forget that. Like, look at Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
I use him as an example. Floyd Mayweather, one of the best fighters to ever step on this earth, right? A lot of people still don't like him to this day. Why? Because
Exactly.
how he portrayed himself in his career.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How he portrayed himself as a fighter, cocky, arrogant, outspoken. So now he's trying to kind of like not cover that, or he's trying to make people forget about that, but people are never going to forget. So that's why me myself, I kind of like to, carry myself a little bit more subtle, and just do my job. Ultimately, it's my job. It's a job. Do my job, and get out, get in and get out.
Got you. Got you, man. Got all these comments. Let me read some of these comments, man. Jamal said, do you like fighting orthodox fighters or southpaw fighters?
I mean, either or. You kind of learn to have to like to fight either or. So personally, me, I like to fight southpaw simply because it's a little easier for me. I don't know why. Well, I think I know why, because I had a buddy who I would spar every Tuesday, Thursday, and he was a lefty, and I sparred him for years. I'm talking about like years. So it became like second nature, where sparring a lefty or fighting a lefty wasn't that hard for me. So that's probably why.
Got you. Miss Sexy say, hey, everybody. What's up, champ? She say, what's your diet like? Do you have a chef?
No, I do not have a chef. My diet is a lot of like just I have just prep meals. I follow my prep meals. Occasionally, I will get bored of them, and I'll just go to Chick-fil-A and buy a salad. And so it's a lot of like light prep meal for me. But mainly, it's a lot of water. For me, it's a lot of water. You have to drink at least a gallon a day of water, because water is what.
Man, how you do it? It's too damn hard, man. How do you do it? I
Bro,
be trying, man. Good God.
I'm used to, bro. Because the first time I did that, terrible. My stomach was hurting, and I was like, "Oh, it's terrible." But you get used to it, believe it or not. And like, you do use the restroom a lot after that. Like when you're done drinking water. I mean, not when you're drinking water, you just constantly using the restroom. So it's just like just getting used to it. Because soda and tea and lemonade fruit punch, and all that stuff is super good. So when you drink water, you're like, man, this is plain, this is nasty. But just getting used to it, man.
Lewis just said it.
Yeah,
I talked
man.
to him. He was like, man, I don't see how y'all do it.
Yeah, it's just getting used to it. Drinking a lot of water.
I be trying, man. It just be hard, man. I think I go through maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles of water, man. That's about, but I get there. Eric says Stephen Fulton is out there. He said that.
Yeah, I mean, he's another weight class.
Stephen Fulton fight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fight that once I win my world title and I go up, once I win my title and go up, then that's a fight that I will take that fight. We were actually almost gonna fight in the amateurs, but the guy that he lost to, I fought the next day. I ended up beating him. So, it would have been, that was a guy that I wanted to fight in the amateurs for a long time, simply because who he was, ranked Stephen Fulton when he was ranked and this and that. So I always like to test myself with the best fighters that present themselves at the time. So yeah, that was a guy that I was, that would be a good fight.
Tony, give me a minute.
That's right. I love that, man. I love it. I love the fortitude, young fella. I love it. It says a lot about,
yeah, man.
You respect the game.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, you want to be remembered for in boxing, you gotta take the big fights. Like, for example, I like using again Lamont as a prime example. Lamont, people can say whatever they want, but he fought some of the best fighters to this date. You know what I mean? A lot of people can say that. He fought Amir Khan, he fought Victor Ortiz, he fought Tim Bradley, he fought Errol Spence, he fought that dude, the Dominican dude, the gold medalist. Like, he fought all these people, and that is like, damn, like you can't knock the guy, because it's like, like, he fought some of the best fighters out there. That's how people remember him.
Exactly. Fighting the best, champ.
So I think for me, that would be the same.
Fight everybody.
That would be the same route I would like to take.
Hey, Lou, I think it went past you when he said, once I win the belt, I go up. You hear what he said, Lou?
That's why I said I like him. That's why I said I like his fortitude, man. He ain't messing around, man. Ramon gets it. He done been up here with the headbangers. He doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
Exactly. Big Mem say, would you remain active if you win the belt, or with your numbers of fights per year once you make it to the top?
I mean,
you know how people fight one fight a year and all that stuff, man.
No, I mean, the thing about it is, like, when you have the belt, that's when you start getting paid. So for me, it was like, fight as much as I can. While I have the belt, fight as much as I can. If I can't get the fights that I want, I'm gonna move up. Then get the fights that I want there. You know what I mean? And fight as much as I can. Ultimately, you gotta fight to make money. So no, I would like to fight a lot.
Exactly.
I like 3 4 a year, even with.
Yeah. Exactly. They say social media can be misleading at times. What you think?
That's literally, like, the point I was trying to get across with what I was saying, man. Social media is very misleading. I have guys on there that you would think that they know how to fight. Like, damn, they posted this video of them sparring, or they posted a video of them doing this. You would think they know how to fight, and then you actually see them fight. Then you're like, oh man, that's very good. You know what I mean? So that's one of those things where, yeah, it's very misleading.
Yeah. Got you. Big Dog say, please ask him which order does he place these legacies: money, fame, or belts?
For me, would be belts. No, for me, it would be legacy, belts, money, and then fame.
Okay. Can you argue with that?
Because, legacy, people are gonna remember you. Right? The belts is, something as a kid you dream of. When you start boxing, at least you dream of winning them. So that's that. The money is gonna come with the belts. You know what I mean? And then the fame and the legacy, hand in. The fame and legacy are hand in hand, because people are gonna remember you because of your legacy. And I mean, and personally, I've never been a big fan of like fame either. Like I always tell people, I don't think I would like fame. I still, me personally, like me with my friends and stuff, like we'll go eat breakfast at the most random spot. You know, I like doing those
Mm-hmm.
things. Like I don't know how I would react if like I had like all these people like constantly like trying to see what I do at a constant, you know. I like
Paparazzi.
Yeah, exactly. I like having my
Mm-hmm.
friends kind of just hang.
You can't
Exactly.
make this stuff up, man.
Exactly. Hey, look. My last question to you is what I ask every professional and amateur boxer that comes on this channel. All of them, the real, all of them. What makes a boxer great?
That's a good question. I think there has like I was literally talking to a buddy of mine. Right. I was talking to a buddy of mine and he said like he wanted to lose weight. And I said you need to find your why. You need to find your why, you know, your why you're doing this. Why you want to lose weight, why you want that job, and or why you want this. I think that's what makes a boxer great is your why of why do you box? You know, what do you try to prove, or what are you trying to accomplish in your career ultimately. Me, what I like, I tell my people, I tell people that I know and people that I speak to, my biggest thing is I want to win 2 world titles, one from my father and one from my coach that passed away, right? And that's that's my why. You know, that's what's gonna make me great ultimately.
Okay.
Okay.
People for titles right there, you're great. Like I always tell people, there's no world title, there's no world champion that's horrible. In order to win a world title, you have to be good. You know, there's
Damn
no
right
bad
you
world.
do.
You know what I mean? There's no bad world champion. So I think ultimately, you know, I think what makes a boxer great is your why. You know, why you're
I
doing it.
like that. Hey,
Uh,
Lewis, I done heard you ask that question to every fighter on here, and I don't think I've ever heard that answer, man. But that's a very good answer, man. So I'm gonna follow up a little bit with my last question. Um, we just had you just mentioned a whole lot of great fighters in your time right now. What separates you from them?
that's a good question too. Uh, I mean, I think what would separate, right? And this is just coming off myself, is the fact that like me, I'm not in it for like the money or the fame or you know, wanting to be like recognized. What I want to do is just accomplish my goals, my dreams, my what I have set out for myself. Winning world like 2 world titles for me is the epitome for myself. Is like I did it. Like I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. After that, everything is an extra. You know, after that, everything is an extra. I think for me is I already know my why. You know what I mean? That it's coming back to the same answer as I had before. Is I know my why. I know my why I want to do this or why I'm doing this, and I think that's what separates me. Because I think going into a fight, if I'm down in the cards and I'm losing, then I'll remember my why, and I'm like, okay, I have to, you know, step on the gas, or I have to fight, you know, tough. So I mean, ultimately, I think that's what separates me from the rest of the fighters is my why I'm doing this.
That's right. Can't get no better answer than that, champ.
Mm-hmm.
So can't. Eric say, yeah, your why has to be bigger than anything you could achieve. That's what's going to carry you to the end.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You know, and it's like I always
1000%. What?
like I always tell people. I've had conversations with certain people, and they always tell me, you know, and it's crazy, but they always tell me, right? Like again, prime example, you know, Lamont, right? We've had conversations, and he's like, the reason, the reason I fought because I wanted to be the best. right? And he's like, I wanted to provide for my kids. I wanted to make sure my kids were good. I wanted to provide for them and everything. And so, Lamont was his why, was his kids and his family, to kind of get ahead. And that's when I started really thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Like, I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Like, your why has to be big. And yeah, I mean, I ultimately, like, like I'm saying, like, ultimately, you kind of have to just have it in here, bro. Like, have it in here that you want to just be the best, and that's it. You know.
Yeah. If you could change anything in boxing, anything, judges, random drug test, anything in boxing, what would you change?
Uh, I don't know, because I think boxing is not perfect, right? But it's perfectly imperfect. You know what I mean?
I like
I
that.
like
I
that.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
It's damn sure not perfect, man. It's got a lot of things going on with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, exactly, but it's perfectly imperfect. It's one of those things where, without the robberies, without the robberies, or without the decisions that, man,
Mm-hmm.
this guy won, then there would not be no boxing, because then people are not gonna come back. People, they want to see that rematch of, like, last fight they robbed that guy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting again, and bro, like, dude, I want to watch it again. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I personally think boxing is perfectly
Yeah.
imperfect.
They want to see turmoil. They want to see turmoil.
Yeah,
Ex-
Exactly.
that's what
Exactly.
Exactly.
They
Yeah,
want
I
to see that.
agree
They
with
want to see
that.
that. That's what keeps people coming back. And yeah, that I think, like I said, boxing is perfectly imperfect. There's nothing like it.
that's right. Hey, Lewis, you want to finish in the comment section before I give him his flowers, man?
Exactly. Lou, get a man his flowers, man.
Man,
Go
hey
ahead. Go
Ramon,
ahead. Ain't nothing.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm real proud of you, Ramon. I've
You
watched
good?
you over. Oh, we good? Okay. I've watched you over the years and develop
Yeah.
into a young, great fighter, man. And I think you're on the cusp of doing something special. I
Thank,
reached out to a lot of people doing my research and nothing but great things.
thank you.
And they not just saying that these are guys who are straight shooters. They were
Mm,
telling me how, your experience at the Headbangers camp in DC is going to help you propel to your next part in life. Are you 20-1, 10 KOs, man? I'm expecting nothing but big things from you, man. I'm gonna keep my eye on you. Anytime you want to come back to the Rebuttal Entertainment, you got beef with anybody, you want to get something off your chest, you know what I'm saying? You got anything you want to say that you can't say that we can? We got you, young fella, because man, I remember watching all of you guys, man. Patrick, my
I
nephew,
said,
Scooter, Peanut, Nasheed,
mm,
all these guys, man. I watched you propel in boxing. You guys are still here. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? Some are still amateurs, but on their way to turning pros, like Rashid and Scooter and Peanut. But when they get in here, they're gonna make noise as you did when you got your turn, man. I got nothing but respect for you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Sky's the limit. And I'm proud of you, man. Keep
Thank
doing
you,
what you're doing. And hey, shoot for the stars, young fella.
thank you, thank you. I just want to, appreciate you guys for having me on here, man. It was a good conversation. A lot of other, interviews or podcasts that I've been on is more like, it's like a straight up, like, interview. Like, you have
you
to be more,
guys,
and this was more like relaxing. It was like we're just having a conversation.
That's right. Barbershop talk, champ.
Yeah, exactly. It was like exactly like a barbershop talk. Like, we're just hanging out, talking, and that's really good.
That's right.
you
We
guys,
appreciate you for coming.
social media.
Yeah, I have a Instagram at Dinamita Cardenas. I have
Ain't got no social media, nothing you want to tell people.
yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think his Wi-Fi biting a little bit. Yeah, he said it. But yeah, Ramon, we want to thank you for coming in, man. And whenever you get something on the ball, reach out to the Rebuttal so
Mm.
we can get it out there, man. Help you advertise the fight. And that's it, man. Appreciate you for coming out, champ.
Like I said, man, thank you guys for having me, and I hope to be on the show soon.
All right, man. Peace, man.
All right, my brothers. I'll see y'all guys later.
All right.
I just want to thank everybody too for
Welcome
sticking around.
anytime. Thanks for coming in, man.
All right, my brother.
All right.
All right.
We
Goodbye.
man, we appreciate it.
I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man. Let's thank them here, y'all.
That's
Yeah, we
right.
really appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on, man. Another good hot interview, y'all. Another good hot interview. No, Ramon came in here. WBA gonna let him get that championship. What did I tell y'all? He waiting for both the monsters, the Nair and all of them, man. Oh, Lou, that gonna be something in it.
Man, that's gonna be something. I mess around, be front row with that champ thing. COVID clearing up, man. I want to see my young man Ramon, man. That's right.
I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
That's right. So go ahead, man. Get your rest, man. Get your diet together, because I'm gonna keep my eye on you, Ramon. You can't be eating them bologna sandwiches, man.
All
right, champ.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later, man.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Peace.
All right. Thanks, man. Yeah, man. Let's give Ramon a round of applause, man. You know, yeah. Another good interview. Ramon come up in here, you know. That's how we do. We make comfortable, man. We don't make them uncomfortable. We make them comfortable like they're at home. You know, talk to them like they're at home. You know, make them feel welcome, baby. He used to be here. He just in Texas, man, with all the bullets. So, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stand ovation. That's right, Miss Sexy. Monica, stand ovation, Lou. Lou, what you think about your man?
I love it, man. It's like I said, it's always gratifying for me to watch these young guys, man. When he first came up, he was real young, man. He was still wet behind the ears. And the Headbangers camp, they embraced him. Scooter, Peanut, Patrick, Lamont, Anthony, a list of other fighters, man. They embraced him and helped him through his journey. He went back to Texas with a bag full of knowledge and spar wars that's going to help navigate him to his next level. I love him. I like the way he talked. I like his showmanship. I just like everything about him, man. So nothing but good things for this young guy in the next couple of years.
Exactly. Now, all you people in here, you know, thanks for, you know, answering the question. But let me tell y'all, we got another interview coming this Friday. And the people who's on for members only, they already know who we interviewing this Friday. It's the future world champ, the hottest game, the hottest man. He been on ESPN. Sean Porter and them talking about him. They say he's the next man, the next generation, the next world champion. My guy, Bruce Shoo Carrington, will be up in the Rebuttal Entertainment this Friday. So y'all make sure y'all come up in here, because you know he got knockout reels, Lou. Shoo ain't playing with him.
He ain't playing. He is not playing, man. I can't wait to get him back on. 3 times a charm, man. He's coming back, and he's going to be chopping it up.
Yeah, he coming back doing this thing, you know. I'm not, you know, for the question, I'm at. So how is it with Top Rank? I'm asking that. You know, when it first started with Top Rank, man, they be doing real good, Lou. But other than that, you know, at the end, but we'll bait them. That's my man. I want to see what's next. What's next? Great interview, fellas, in the chat. I'm back on the road. Oh, okay. Big dog gone driving somewhere, man. Yeah, man, Lou, we got a lot of good stuff coming in, man. We got a lot of good stuff coming in. Anything you looking forward to?
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to Spence and Ugas. I'm looking forward to Devin Haney and Kambosos. I'm looking forward to Usyk and Joshua. It's a lot of fights. I got a card around here somewhere, man, where I got a list of fights that
I got them on my phone. There's a whole bunch of them coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up, man. You got to keep track. I had to get a whole new set of index cards, man, because you put the fights on there, and before you know it, you put them in the thing, and they all filled up. It's exactly. Look, the boxing guards are hitting us with lefts and rights, and I'm all open for it. Guess what? I'm taking it all in. That's right.
Look, then you got Boots and Castile Clayton on the undercard of man, what fight is that on? Oh, the Castano and Charlo. Man, that will be a hell of an undercard there.
Yeah. In the making.
Told he put a dude down quick. His last fight, he talked about Shoo. Yeah. Shoo be here Friday. You know what I mean? I bet y'all be calling in then. Monica said, hey, Lewis, put your Thurman on so I can come out, question that boy thoroughly. Gloves on, baby. Nah, no. Nope. no, this not court. I'm the only one I'm the judge of this motherfucker, not you. You know, we ain't hammering him down. He's like, oh, who was that? That's what he probably say, Lou. Who was that right there? You know what I mean? Lou get Thurman on. Thurman, man, look, when Thurman fight, Thurman gonna hibernation. Can't nobody find him. He might be making another baby or something. Lord knows what he doing. You know what I mean?
Nah, no, I know what he doing. I know what he doing. He got his
he better be
eyes
doing
on
some motherfucking
prize.
sit-ups. That's what he better be doing, some sit-ups.
I think he got his eyes on the prize because you got to think it's warming up to him fighting Crawford.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The fight with Ugas and Spence is right around the corner, and you got to know that Thurman is like Ghost in power. He waiting behind the wall to roll up on somebody because he knows that time is of the essence and that he is somebody and he know he can beat. So I really feel like he focused on getting back.
Exactly.
I really do.
Hey, like I said, he better call Lamont and go do some motherfucking sit-up. That's what he need to do.
Yeah, he gonna have to if he's gonna fight Earl or Terrence Crawford. He gonna have to because they like to go to the bottom.
Yeah, huh? You know what I mean? But at least he can at least one of them chinny, so he might take Crawford out before Crawford take him out. Hey, Luke, he might take Crawford out before Crawford take him out because Crawford chinny. Now Earl, that'd be a different story. That'd be a different story, champ. You know what I mean? Oh man, another good interview in the books, man. I swear, boy. They come in here calm, cool, and collective, man.
That's right, Ramon, man. He's a really nice young kid, man. He got it all together. I was impressed with the community service, just watching the videos on how, he just took it upon himself. A lot of fighters are not doing that. A lot of fighters, when you make it, man, I would like to think that some part of you wants to give back. And just hearing his videos, man, his interviews, he talked a lot about it, and I was impressed with that. So kudos to, man, my guy Ramon, man, for coming back here and doing community work in San Antonio, Texas, man.
So, Lou, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go buy some gallon jugs, right? And just keep it in my car seat. So, and take it wherever I go and see if I can finish it.
It's hard drinking water, man. It's a task.
I'll tell you, boy. Not no damn gallon. Oh, my God. Monica, where you was at yesterday? You missed a good show. How men think? It was loaded with action yesterday, girl. You missed a good show, man. But yeah, the mob, why Cabosa ain't signed that contract? Y'all ain't getting on me about that? Cabosa ain't signed the contract yet. What's going on? Is he scared? Is he ducking?
You know what?
Y'all like doing it. They like saying that bull crap. You know what I mean, Lou? Is he scared? Is he ducking? What's going on? Yeah.
No, I think that fight, I could think why he didn't sign, or maybe he couldn't get to the contract. I don't know. But that fight is going to happen, man. I can't wait. And a lot of people are saying Devin has a great chance.
Yeah, because they Devin Haney fanboys and fangirls. You know what I mean?
We just going to go ahead and address the elephant in the room, the contract. A lot of people are talking about the contract that he took. Some people say it was a stupid deal because he don't control his own destiny. Even if he win, he's still going to be side B on the second fight. Some people look at it like they calling Devin out. He decided to be great and put aside all of the details that's not in his favor at all. Looking at that deal, it's not favoring his all. To look past all that and want to fight, I got to kind of take my hat off to him to some degree.
Man, fuck that. I ain't taking shit off to him. It took his little ass a week to sign that motherfucker contract. They tried to change the shit inside the contract. You want to know all the terms? You ask your boy, your partner, nigga. Don't listen to them dudes. You ask me what's going on. Yeah,
just think, it's the basic stuff. He doesn't have, dude, anytime you win a fight, if you win a belt from the champion, you are on the B side the next fight. Lamont, when he beat Americon, that Lamont was going to be the A side. It's just, I can go back and forth with the list of rematches. The fact that he's looking past that, I got to give him some credit for that. You might not, but I give him some credit because
that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. He took his time. He tried to change the whole fucking contract. You saying that fact that he signed the contract, I give him kudos. I give him kudos to that too. But what I'm saying is they tried to change everything in there. But both of them held their ground and say, we're not changing shit. Sign it or don't. And he ain't had no other choice. That's what I told him. Simple as that.
If you getting a deal that's fucked up, and I think anybody that knows boxing, that deal was fucked up.
Yeah,
so the conversation probably went like this. Look, this is a fucked up deal. Any way you look at it, because you got people to come in and help you read the verbiage in the contract, break it down like a caveman can understand it. And they probably was like this. Damn, even if you win, you're not on top. Like, damn,
and you got to go back to Australia, and you taking less money.
Exactly. So that's this scenario. Devin wins the first fight, right? Split decision. He wins it.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the belt, but he has to go back in Australia. Yep. Do you think they're gonna let him walk out of there with that belt?
They ain't gonna let him. They ain't gonna let him walk out the first time.
Yeah. So I can't walk away without giving him some kudos to make the fight happen. We've been wanting him to make the fight happen. It was his pen and his signature that solidified the fight. He had to bite down and take that shitty ass non-conventional deal. And he did it, and he's like, look, I want to shut some people up. So I take my hat off to him to some degree. Where he win, like I said, I got 55-45 favorite Kambosos, but I got to take my hat off to him.
Yeah, I took him off to him too, but like I said, I don't care. He ain't had no other choice.
He didn't.
You said you want.
He didn't.
You want the same contract, Loma? Okay, we're gonna give you Loma's contract. Hey man, go ahead and change all this shit. We ain't gonna give him shit.
Yeah, because that's my question to you, and I probably didn't get a chance to research this. Was that the exact contract that Kambosos gave to Loma?
We don't know. Quiet my minds want to know, but I don't. Lomachenko don't give a fuck. He was checking legacy. He already got money. So it might have been. Never know. You know what I mean? So now Devin got going there, wins 2 straight fights. They're gonna be hard. I'm just being real. It ain't gonna be easy. A lot of these dudes keep saying shit gonna be easy because they ain't gonna be in the ring with what I call them, Lou, Killer Cam. They ain't gonna be in the ring with Killer Cam, boy. Boy, Killer Cam was, you see him hitting that thing, Lou?
Yeah,
boy. Killer Cam gonna hit, boy. I can't wait, boy. I can't wait.
See, the last couple of days, I did look at Kambosos and Teofimo Lopez last fight. And I saw some stuff that Kambosos was able to do consistently. He was able to get around that
right
jab
hand.
for Teofimo. Yeah, exactly. He set Teofimo Lopez up multiple times with that right hand, the right hook it was, around the jab. And like you said, Devin has a good jab. And I think that's going to be something that he's going to be able to capitalize on. So, yeah, that's why I like when these fights happen, because I go back and look at the fight because I get amnesia. I forgot what the fight. I remember the results, but I just don't remember the details of the fight.
Exactly. And both quicker than Haney. You know that, right?
Mm-hmm. His combinations are. I agree.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
No, speed is he quicker than Kambosos. And like that, Monica and them, they said tick, tick, top, tick, tick. Kambosos got the side. Haney called his bluff. Yeah, he called the bluff after a week. You know what I mean? Yeah, why Kambosos not signed? I don't know. You gotta ask him. You know what he doing. You know what he doing, Luke. He's stalling them out. He gonna sign it. He gonna make it. What they said, Luke? I'm gonna make him sweat.
Yeah.
Kambosos them tripping, Lou. That's what he doing. That's exactly what he doing. Mr. Man, you missed the interview. You too late, champ. Sorry, champ. Kambosos ain't signed it. He say, I'm gonna make him sweat, Lou. Hey, Lou DiBella, I'm gonna make him sweat. I ain't signing shit. I'm gonna make him sweat. So he let him talk that shit. Then I'm gonna sign it. Then I'm gonna act like he just punch a bag. Like Mr. T was fighting Rocky, Lou.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, though, Lou. It's gamesmanship. It's gamesmanship. He has every right to. He has every means to sign a contract, but he want Devin on shaky grounds mentally when the fight comes. He want Devin Haney to be so mad, like that nigga ain't signed a contract. Man, I'm gonna fuck him up when I get in the ring. It's gamesmanship. Sugar Ray did it. Yeah.
Yep.
All the great ones did.
Man, Exactly. I went through all this shit with this slave ass motherfucking contract, and this nigga ain't even signed the contract yet. Man, wait till I see him. Hey, Lou, a lot of people said, you know, Devin Young, they're gonna have to stand Devin there. Cambosa can talk. Just like he taught T.O. out there. He man, that press conference was like that, wasn't he?
You remember he
Devin
told
Devin man, put these on.
Yeah,
He put the
exactly.
earphones on.
You remember that? I think it was the first or second. You sent me the video. He was like, dude, you ain't out talking me. I got my mouthpiece too. For you, ain't said I got enough for you and your daddy.
Oh man. Who had fast? Oh, Cambosa faster than Haney. Everybody said it. Now,
I concur that.
You can look and see.
Yeah.
Cambosa faster than Haney, champ. Cambosa's faster than a motherfucker. Do I need to send you a video? That dude.
No, I can't even debate that, Monica. That's not even debatable. Killer Cam got them hands. He got them hands. Yeah. Look at his fights. Yeah. His combinations is just Yeah. He got some great combinations.
Look at him working out. Look at him working out and throwing a combination. He fast. He fast. Devin fast, but he ain't fast. Cambosa fast, man. And that's what I'm saying, Lou. Sometimes you get up in them clinches and the pop, 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 pop. You don't see them joints. You think you're getting out quick, but them punches coming, man. You know, man, people talking about, you know, Lou, you never can judge these guys in their past fights, man. Everybody gets better to each fight. When he fought Lee Salisbury, when he fought Mickey Bay, you know, they say, oh, look at that. Man, everybody get better with each fight, right?
Right. Yeah. But you know what I do look at though, Lewis, over the last 2 years watching boxing, consistently like that, is repetition. How a fighter is able to adjust to something being consistently done to them, or are they able to consistently do something to another fighter? Those are the things I look at. If you're not able to consistently stop an over right hand like Teofimo wasn't able to do that against Cambosa, you're gonna have a long night. And that's what I look at. Like you said, styles make fights, but you can't look past something that's consistently being done to you. And eventually, when that's being done, you either get knocked out or you just lose bad.
Exactly. Monica say Haney, but you didn't ask us that, Monica. You asked us who has faster hands.
Yeah.
Speed. That's what you said. Didn't you say we crazy? Haney is way better. That's what you say. Okay, fine. But you say who is faster? And we said Haney is not faster than Cambosa. Cambosa have faster. His speed. He's faster than Devin. He is. I'm telling you. Even Mickey Bay said it on the Boston Voice.
Yeah, I saw that. I
saw that.
Fast.
The boy fast, man. I'm telling you.
And he was breaking down because you got to look. Mickey Bay has been in the ring with some of these guys, so he has a photo memory of this stuff, man. Exactly. So I did watch that.
That was his last fight, Cambosa. That's why I did the show Monday saying, should Bill Haney move over and let Mickey Bay be number one trainer? He be number two. So I'm hearing somebody in the comment section. I got to go look and see. It told me I forgot what they said. You know, going in on me, and they ain't even read the fucking title. I'm like, why ain't nobody tell them? Why ain't nobody? I'm like, that what the title was. I ain't say Bill Haney should step down and quit. I said he should move aside, let Mickey Bay come number one trainer for one fight. That's all I said, because he just got out the ring with him. He can show on the road. Bill was going in and telling some stupid shit like he did against Lenore to get his ass rocked. You know, and I always say, Lou, when time comes and Devin Haney fight better and better and better quality of opponents, hopefully his corner can give him the right advice. Because they give him that bullshit advice like they did in Lenore in that 10th round, it's gonna be hell. You know?
Yeah. This is a different level fighters, and I'd agree with you to some degree, because this fight right here, like you said, you feel like maybe he should step aside, not step away, step aside. And I think people don't understand when you say step aside, that means go from number 1 to 1A or go to number 2.
Yeah, exactly.
They making it seem like you're saying leave the building. So I understood what you were saying. Yeah, I know. I understood what you were saying. This fight right here will let us know. It'll be a measuring stick. Do he stick with his father, or do we go with Mickey Bay? Do they switch from 1-2 to 2-1? This fight,
I doubt they do that.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to the whole Boston voice when Mickey Bay came on there, he said it subliminal, Lou. He was talking about Bill Haney, but I understood what he was saying. Bill
Yeah.
ain't gonna, Bill, Bill bullshit, man. Bill ain't
But
gonna
see,
let
this the
that happen.
thing. It'll be in our eyes. We would be able, after this fight, we would be able to come back the next day and say either he did a good job or he didn't. We would, and it's like we're gonna think that, but like you said, he may not step down.
He ain't gonna do it. I just, it is. With Monica say Haney movement is better, and his jab will be lethal against Cambosa. Well, Monica, you better pray it is. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't going back and forth with you today. That's all. You better pray, Monica, that it is. Hands down, Haney wins, and you're gonna lose that money betting against my boy. That's all right. I'll survive,
like
Monica.
she in her feelings.
Yeah, she always in the film. It comes to them punks. She root for. You know what I mean? And Eric, if you're still in here, your shirt was delivered. I got the email today. So let us know if you got it. Oh, he at work. So
and Eric got to put it on and show us on the rebuttal.
Exactly. Monica said, if you believe in Cambosa, then bet your money on Cambosa. I am only. I ain't Monica, I'm a betting man. Ain't nothing you can tell me about gambling, baby. Ask Lou, he'll tell you. Don't side bet my boy Haney to break even. I'm not breaking even. I'm putting 200 on Cambosa and 100 on Haney. How's that breaking even?
What's the odds on it?
Yeah.
What's the odds?
I don't even know. They ain't even come out yet. Let me see. But they ain't signed the contract, so they ain't putting nothing up.
Yeah, I know.
You got to sign a contract. Lou, your boy be back in June, Monica. Lou, your boy be back in June.
Who that? Terrence Crawford?
Damn, Terrence Crawford that big, Lou?
Oh shit.
That big baby.
Gerald Big Baby Miller. He spawned with Big Fury.
Fury.
Yeah, I like this. I saw that, man. I like that. I like it.
Yeah,
they put name that work.
Man, that's why you can't help but to like Tyson Fury, man. Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury do it all, man. So Anthony Peterson will perform in May the 28th in D.C. Tickets on sale tomorrow. Y'all come to D.C. watch my man Anthony Peterson have it. You know what I mean?
Let him perform. Yeah. He clears that up very well. He says, I got a performance.
Exactly, man.
That's tough, man. That's my brother turning 50 on that day, man. They having a party for him. So I got some decisions to make, champ. Tank fight that weekend. That's Judgment Day right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lord.
Right.
All right. I don't know why they do that, man. Sometimes I understand, man. You know what I mean? Y'all competing against athletes that we love y'all too. We love because, but we leave y'all fight, get that the fight might be over.
Yeah, man. Because I did that when I promised Scooter and Nasheed I was gonna go to their fights at the Rosecroft that same night that Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter fought. But I was able, thanks to my man, I was able to stay abrupt with the fight. He pleasantly stayed on the phone with me and walked me through the fight. I was on the highway in traffic, but I don't want to be in that position again. I don't. So I'm gonna have to choose. And I think I'm gonna choose blood over water. I think that's the route that I probably end up going.
Lou, my sister be on your ass. Nah, your sister just be talking a lot of ass. That's all she do. She be Mother Staxy. All she do is talk ass. That's it. That bull crap she do. I don't nobody paying no mind because it just be going through one yard the other. You know what I mean? When you're Miss Sexy, see, you're not a fan girl like her. She's a fan girl. You know what I mean? You can't. There's nothing you can tell her that's right or wrong because she already just got in her head about one thing. So if she gonna be that the rest of her life, I mean, you can't really have a conversation with her because she don't open her mind up. She just open her mind up that Devin Haney can beat everybody in the world. You know what I mean? I mean, Terrence Crawford can beat everybody in the world. I mean, they can't be stopped or beat. I mean, who says that shit? I can name 2 fighters to beat both of them. I don't care. Earl Spence, Charlo will beat the shit out of Terrence Crawford. Javante Davis will beat the living out of Devin Haney. And I guarantee you, Monica wouldn't bet $5 on that fight. She wouldn't even.
Nah,
She'd
she ain't
probably
giving
be
that
watching
money
that
up.
fight like this. Look, Lou.
With her eyes
Monica,
closed.
this Monica watching Devin Haney and Tank Davis. Is the ghost clear? Man, you know, I wish the guy best of luck. I ain't got no horse in the race. I'm gonna bet my money where I bet. If Devin win, hey, fine. No, I don't win nothing from it. You know, he lose, hey, fine again. I don't win nothing from it either. But I know one thing: he's not my undisputed champ.
Damn, that's how you gonna go with it. So what you gonna call him if he win? What you gonna call him?
Half man. I'm gonna call him a half man.
Well, he gonna get props from Light Skin Lou. I'm gonna come in here with a Devin Haney t-shirt to head on if he wins that undisputed championship.
I'm gonna blur that shit too. I'm gonna blur your ass up out of here too. You come in here with that shit on, you gonna be blurred. Yeah, I'm wearing that shit. I might want to see that bullshit. Damn, having Devin Haney t. That dude only fought the C-class level fighters and one B-minor fighter. You wearing Devin Haney t-shirts. You know, get out of here. We're gonna see though. He can't stay at 35 for long, Lou. He can't stay down there for long. We really gonna have to see if he's great.
This is what I see. And it gives him an opportunity to be great. 2 fights with Kambosos. He win, he looks good, and he moves up. He moves up. I really believe that. I really feel like he because he's big. He's like 5'8", 5'9" at that weight class, man. And I think he's gonna move up. I don't know if he will survive at 140. It remains to be seen.
Miss X say I do like Shakur. Oh, okay. I know that's another good fight coming up. Valdez said he's gonna pummel Shakur. Y'all man, look, man. I'm see Lou. That's what I'm liking. See, when people like that, certain fighters, you know what I mean. But people like me, for instance, Lou, I'm getting offense. I like Keith Thurman. I don't think he's gonna pulverize nobody. I think he's gonna be a good. You know, I'll tell you how it is. They think the other dudes have no chance of winning, Lou. None.
No, that ain't.
You know
true.
what I mean?
That ain't true.
They think Kambosos don't have not one chance of winning. That's how Monica is brainwashed. She's like a robot. You push a button, she's gonna think about that the wrong, you know, that all year round. She's brainwashed. You know.
Now I will comment on Shakur Stevenson, Oscar Valdez. I will comment on that fight. I feel like Shakur is gonna mop the floor with him in the later rounds. I think it's gonna be competitive the first couple of rounds, but that's the only fight that I could say that's gonna end up lopsided. But out of all of the fights that we have in the next 2 months, 8 weeks, that's the only fight I feel like that's gonna be a landslide.
Why?
I just feel like Shakur Stevenson he's just that guy, man. He's this is his time. I think he's gonna come out and just dominate.
He's that guy. Yeah, I be getting on Lou too. Y'all think I don't get on Lou? I get on Lou.
I think he's gonna be
that guy.
That guy. Yep, he's gonna be that guy. I said he's going to be that guy. This is gonna be his coming out party. I said it 3 months ago. Right. His coming out party will be against Oscar Valdez, and he's gonna show everybody what he's made of. I think he's gonna landslide. That's the only fight I can see. So
what you got? 10-2, 10-3. I mean 10-2, 11-1. What you got? 9-9.
I don't even think it's gonna go to the
what
decision.
You got?
I got a knockout.
You think knocking him out? You want to bet?
I got a knockout.
I can bet my friend. I can bet my friend. I bet you because I know you'll pay. I know you be at. Yeah, I know you'll pay. You want to bet that, man?
Nah, I ain't gonna bet.
He could knock a 35-year-old out. He ain't knocking that dude out. That's for damn sure.
I just think Oscar Valdez he's gonna be there for the taking. I think this style of fight for Oscar Valdez is all wrong. What did Tony Duke told Paulo Creed? He's all wrong for us, man. He's all wrong for us, and I think that's what's gonna happen. He's all wrong for us, man.
But who I got my money on, Luke? Who I got my money on?
I don't know who.
You remember
Valdez? The underdog, right?
Ain't bet no Valdez. No.
Nah, Shakur Stevenson, man. Yeah. I know you do.
Well, I say Shakur Stevenson will beat, but it'll be a good fight. That's what I say.
Yeah, I got you in the books. I got you right here. Yeah, I got you right here on that.
That's what I said. You know what I mean? Monica say he be running the hole in his face. Monica just be talking as
Who's she talking
you know
about?
what I mean. She's a Devin Haney butt lover, huh? She
Who's
talking
she
about
talking
me.
about? What now?
Me.
Oh shit.
Shakur will give Valdez a good breakdown in the later rounds, Lewis. Unanimous decision, Shakur end with one knockdown. Okay. I like that, Miss
Okay,
Sexy. See
Monica.
how you break it down, that Miss Sexy. Monica don't do stuff like that. Monica like, oh, he gonna win, he gonna whoop his
He
ass, and
gonna
that's
fuck
it.
him
You know what I
up.
mean? See, Miss Sexy. Yeah, see, Miss Sexy, she breaks it down, tell you it's gonna be stuff, stuff I like, you know what I mean? Not all that crazy brainwash stuff that Monica say, you know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be a good fight. I think maybe the 8th round or 7th round, Shakur gonna start taking control over it and win the fight by unanimous decision. I mean, it ain't hard. But if he get hit with one of them bombs, he might run like Rigo and run the rest of the fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
think in the
Jeremiah
early
hit a
rounds.
boom.
Yeah, I remember that fight. If Oscar Valdez is able to do something early, it's gonna have to be early if he's able to do something. Because once Shakur figures him out, it's gonna be a long night, my man.
Yeah, they say
night.
they say he training hard with Canelo, boy. I said, you never know. It might get that loot, but this boxing loot. You get that one lucky punch, man.
Oh yeah.
He got that pop,
He
so
does
we'll
got that
see.
pop.
That's why I love for them when they get in the ring and swing, man. Ain't no bias over here. Just I call it and I like stirring up the pot. Lou know it. I like stirring up the pot because y'all favorite fighters ain't shit. And y'all be rooting for them. They ain't shit.
But see, this the beauty. This the beauty of it, though. All of these fights that's coming up, we get a chance to see them. So whether it's trash talk or your predictions that you predicted, all that shit is coming to fruition. I got everybody in the book, Big Dog, Eric, Monica, Miss, I got everybody in the books. And when the time comes, you either gonna predict it right or you can predict it wrong. Either ways, you're gonna have to come back up here and face the nation because I'm pulling that shit out. I'm pulling these index cards out and I'm putting your name to the page, to the face, and we're gonna chop it up. That's what I love about it, man. We got an 8-week lineup, man. The boxing gods.
Just think about this, Lou. We got from this week on, I think, weekend on until June, we got a fight every weekend. And I'm talking about from Showtime, The Zone, ESPN, Matchroom. We got to fight every single weekend. And from the Showtime, Lou, 2 weeks, Erickson Lubin, Sebastian, Fandor, the 6'6" giant.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good fight, Lou. That's going to be a good fight. April 16th, Earl Spence Jr., Udonis Ugas. You know what I mean? May the 14th, Jamal Charlo, Brian Castano.
May and a hell of a, you got to mention a hell of an undercard, though. A hell of an undercard.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And Bruce Anderson is on that undercard. So this is the worst fight on the whole thing. David Benavidez and David Lemieux. That's the word. May the 21st. Then you got Tank Davis, May the 28th, and Rolling. Then June the 4th, Stephen Fulton and Danny Roman. June the 18th, Jamal Hitman Charlo and Salaki. July the 9th, Mark Masayo and Ray Vargas. That's just all Showtime, Lou.
Yep.
That's just all Showtime.
We ain't even mentioned The Zone, ESPN. It's just multiple TV stations that got fights, man. Showtime, The Zone, ESPN. Just bring it. Just bring it.
Miss Sexy say, I can't tell. She about to get heated. What's she getting heated for? Because you know how to break stuff down and you're not biased, Miss Sexy. You giving in detail and stuff like that. And all she do is Karen Crawford. Devin Haney. Can't nobody beat him. Nobody want to hear that crap. You know what I mean? Oh, man. Yeah, man, Lou. So we got a lot coming in, man. We got a lot going on. Another good interview. And Lou, tell them who we got again Friday, baby.
Man, Bruce Shoo Carrington, man. Brooklyn, Brownsville finest, man. This young guy has been so. This is one of the most exciting career starts that I've seen in a while, Lewis. Just like the anticipation, him being on the Olympic team, being an Olympic alternate, and coming out with fire. Just think about what he went through. 2 fights was canceled because of COVID or whatever, and he stood back there and stayed focused and came back and whooped that. Remember what he said, Lewis? You said, "What are you looking forward to?" He was like Clubber Lane. He just looked. It was like, man, somebody's got to pay for this shit. He was just like pain, and he came right out the gate and lived up to the hype that was behind him, man. So that's what we got on the channel this Friday at 8:30, man. We usually don't have interviews on Friday, but guess what? This dude is worthy of having an interview on Friday. So we're gonna call that Good Friday.
He won the close friend to the channel. He
That's
can
right.
go in whenever they come on here. Exactly, man. So y'all call in and ask a question like Tony did. Join members only. You know what I mean? You get to call in and ask a question. Monica in here talking about Keith Thurman, loving. He ain't even on the daggone. He ain't anybody think she is. She Miss Sexy, you right. She heated. Oh man, she heated. Oh man, yeah. She hit talking about Thurman lover. Oh man, what's wrong with her, Luke? What's going on?
She got problems. She got issues.
Yeah, she do. You know what I mean? Because she damn handy. Whack, whack, whack. She just straight ahead, Lou. She don't give nobody. Ain't nobody beat him. Lou, he the baddest man on the planet. You know, when Tank knocked that big ass, when Tank knocked his head off, so and his father got to throw that towel in, Lou. You know, when he throw that towel in, I want Miss Sexy to call Monica and say, throw in the towel. You know, and if he lose that first fight to Killer Cam, his father might commit suicide.
Yeah, you know because he don't. There's no. Once they lose, it's convulse and move on.
Exactly. So, ain't no rematch in that. So he got to win both fights. Both fights. Can he do it? Listen, see, I'm always look. Can he do it? Yeah, he can do it. Will he do it? We won't know.
That's the suspense in it all. But if he do, it's gonna be. Hey, it's going. If he beats him twice, then you gotta kind of give him some credit because he beat a world-class fighter, a champion fighter.
Exactly.
2 times in a row. 2 times in a row.
Exactly. You know, Lou, when Crawford fighting?
What's that? I've been hearing rumors about Crawford and Thurman warming a tea powder up.
Man,
stop me if I'm wrong.
You know who said that? Blue Blood. So do you believe it?
Okay. If he said it, then we're gonna have to talk. Because you know I'm not able to research like I used to, so I kind of depend on you for the research. But
man, I cursed them dudes out. I said, "Don't be bringing that shit in here." So we don't talk shit up here. You know, wait till we fact. You know, sign on that, man.
When it was said, though, I will say this: I was like, so Crawford's not signed with anybody, so that's what kind of made me shut it down. But
exactly,
you just gotta look at the logic of it. How's he gonna fight if he's not signed with anybody?
Totally said that name is banned. Light skin.
What name? Why she say that?
Yeah, blue blood. Blue blood. You can't.
Okay.
I don't want nobody saying false and speaking false facts and clickbaiting on this channel. We don't do that here, so you don't bring that over here. You know, that's what he do. That's his job. He got one of the hottest channels out there. People want to listen to the bullshit. They can listen to it. We don't do that here. You know what I mean? That's on him. No hating. You know, good for him. He do his thing, but we just don't do that. You know, I forgot who bought. I said, you do it again, I'm gonna take my wrench back.
You're gonna put it and leave you with nothing.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Because we speak facts on this channel, Miss Sexy. That's why we don't spread false narratives. You know what I mean? We don't put make-believe stuff up so people can come to your channel. We just don't do that on this channel. You know what I mean? We real over here. We got one of the realest audience over here. You know, we ain't gonna put some clickbait up so people can click, and then when they ask you, so is this happening? They ask you, did this happen? You be like, sources say.
Right. I got clickbaited. I got clickbaited 3 times today. And you know my time is very valuable now. And I was so mad, man. It was, I don't know why people do it, man. This was another sport, but you pull up there and I'm thinking of Shannon Sharp or Skip Bayless, and it was some dude trying to break something down, man. That happened to me 3 times a day, man. That shit is annoying when you ain't got a lot of time to play around with.
Miss Sexy said, I thought y'all support each other. Who is y'all? Who is y'all, Miss Sexy? Maybe you know something I don't know. No, yeah, I know that, but she said, I thought y'all support each other. You know what I mean?
Oh, no,
I mean, what you talking about? Podcasting in general, or, you know, I don't understand. I don't know what to say, but I will respect your channel. Yeah, I mean, y'all support each other. But black folks, black folks, you know, I just said I wish them well and all that stuff. I mean, what you want me to say? I just don't support people who use oh, hell nah. All Boston channels, oh, hell no. They hate, man, you know, people hate me already, and I ain't even got nothing but 1,000 subscribers, Miss Sexy. You know what I mean? I hear it all the time. Even people DM me and tell me people, you know, saying shit about me and stuff like that, man. You know, hell no. Hell no, all Boston channels don't support each other. In that case, you wouldn't be hearing none of the beef that goes on with these Boston channels. They don't support each other. You know, I say this, man. I wish every Boston channel well. It's just certain ones that I watch and certain ones I don't watch. You know, certain ones I agree with, and certain things I don't agree with, and the ones I don't agree with, I don't watch. You know what I mean? And that's how it is. I only watch 3 boxing channels. 3. Uno, dos, tres. That's all I watch. The 3 boxing channels. Whenever I get a chance to watch it, I watch The Boxing Voice. I watch BFTB. And I watch New Media. I don't watch nothing else. That's it. I don't watch nothing else. No other channel. BFTB, New Media, The Boxing Voice. I don't watch no other channel. When I get a chance, if I can, I'll go in and listen. I'll say something, salute, and that's it. I'm done. I'm different. I'm different breed. We don't do that shit on the Butt Entertainment, man. I'm not making no false shit. What really got me mad at him, and I know he don't really give a fuck. He got like 140,000 subscribers. Fuck, he care about the little Rebuttal Entertainment. When he told everybody Javante Tank Davis was gonna go from 135 to 126 to fight Gary Russell Jr. That did it there. I was done after that. I was done. No, he can't even make 30. How the fuck he gonna make 26? You know what I mean?
I remember that, Joy.
Man, I say I'm done. Boop, unsubscribe. You know what I mean? I did that. I'm just different, man. I just don't, you know. I mean, we ain't got time for that shit. You know what I mean? But like I said, I wish all them channels well. They doing good. I wish them luck. I'm just getting here. I'm just growing. You know what I mean? They ain't got to watch me. They ain't got to do nothing to me. I don't care. But, you know, I just don't, you know, support stuff like that, man. Because I can make plenty of clickbait. You know what I mean? But
it's false information.
Thank everybody for coming in. Exactly, man. It's just false information. I just don't like it. You know what I mean? Okay. But thank everybody for coming in, man. Another good interview. Lou, anything you want to say to the people before we get up out of here?
Yeah. Ramon, if you're still listening, man, we appreciate you for chiming in, man. Sky's the limit, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly, man. And hey, we'll talk to you guys later. Peace and blessings. Let's see my intro work this time. Man. Thank everybody again, man. We really appreciate it. Hopefully, you know, we'll see